Peter Schweizer. Peter, you've been working on some pretty interesting stuff. This next story you're about to share is a stunning one. It's about the Camp Lejeune victims. We've seen these ads on TV, and now it's reached the White House. Tell us more about this.
Yeah, I mean, Joe Biden referenced this during the debate with Donald Trump, hailing the PACT Act, which allowed veterans to sue the federal government for the medical damages, the illnesses they received because of the terrible water at Camp Lejeune that the government covered up for so many years. And I think this is a great and important thing to do for our veterans. Here's the problem with the PACT Act. When it was passed, it has no legal caps on the fees that lawyers can charge. The original legislation said the fees would be capped at 25%, but that was stripped from the bill in the House by Nancy Pelosi, and some Republicans in the Senate stripped it from the Senate version, and Joe Biden signed it. So today, Chanel, we have a situation where victimized veterans who are entitled to these settlements from the federal government are in some cases paying 60% of what they get to the lawyer because there are no fee caps. And the question is why is nothing being done by the Biden administration? Because the Department of Justice could intervene. Part of the problem is that our current Attorney General, Merrick Garland, some of the people who wanted that stripped from the bill and got it stripped from the bill, that is no fee caps, are actually his political allies. They raised hundreds of thousands of dollars, for example, in 2016 when he was up to be a Supreme Court justice. This was to run advertisements supporting his campaign to be on the Supreme Court. So massive conflict of interest for Merrick Garland and this administration, and they have not been standing up for veterans. They have been victimized a second time, and trial lawyers are getting massive fees, in some cases 60% of money that's actually supposed to be going for these victimized veterans.
Peter, so if I understand the story correctly, essentially the taxpayer is providing a country of trial lawyers an unlimited pool of money to apply to this problem.
Yeah, the trial lawyers are very excited about this, Chanel, because this is the first time, because of this legislation, that you're allowed to effectively sue the federal government. Generally, the federal government is immune from this kind of litigation. I think in this particular case, it was justified because they did cover up bad drinking water that ended up with all these problems. But again, the trial lawyers are making bank here, and the precedent is trial lawyers now are looking for other opportunities to sue the federal government. They see this big pot of money that taxpayers give to the federal government, and they see an opportunity to enrich themselves through it. And unfortunately, this administration and Department of Justice, because the trial attorneys are their allies, don't seem inclined to do anything about it. So it's a massive problem. And of course, we are the ones that are giving this money effectively to these trial attorneys.
Stunning story. It's such an illustration of the fiasco that the federal government actually is. I mean, that money should be going to the victims, not to trial attorneys in an unlimited pool. Peter Schweizer, excellent work as always. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Chanel.
For all our viewers asking where One America News is heading in the future, we would like to introduce you to OAN Live. OAN Live is the best way to stay up to date on all of the hard-hitting, straight-shooting, national and international headlines. And the best part is, OAN Live is only $4.99 per month. All the credible, honest, unbiased reporting One America News offers at a fraction of the cost of cable. Just go to OANN.com to easily sign up for OAN Live and stay informed.